Yo, what's good, y'all? Hope everybody's having a good day today. No, have a good day today. This is gonna be an interesting episode. It's gonna be a lot of good clips in here, so stay tuned. And please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. And hey man, this is gonna be a good one. So let's get right into it. That's how you feel? That's how you feel. Y'all see that, right? You know what that mean? Why he acting like he in the Illuminati?
When y'all be thinking these old people be in bed and they be like just in deep rest, they already be connected with their spirit guides and their guardian angels. So you gotta understand, when you pass, your soul leaves the body and you could literally see your body right there. It depends on how you pass. So if you pass away in a tragic death, like the video that I dropped, you could be shocked. You could be hurt. It could take you a very long time to accept the fact that you just passed. You have to accept the fact that you just passed. So if it's a tragic death, you have to accept it. If it's a suicide, you have to accept the fact that you're going to have to realize what you've done. And you have to feel that pain that you put all these people through that you hurt. Yep. You have to accept that shit. It's going to be 10 times worse. But when people say you commit suicide, you go to hell, no. You didn't even have a chance to learn about the Matrix. You didn't even have a chance to really find about your real self. Why the fuck would our creator just throw you in hell? You didn't even have a chance. So like all these people that believe in religions and all this,
that would even make sense. Like for our creators to just throw us in hell. You didn't even get a chance to really figure out yourself. You know? Especially if you did that young. That don't even make sense. So like when he right, like people that believe in religion and stuff like that, man, I don't think it's that like that. Honestly, I really don't.
all this different shit, they don't even have a chance. So what that means, they have to do it over again until they figure it out.
Exactly.
Reincarnation. You have to keep coming back until you figure it out. Every last person that's watching this video have a past life. You can go within, you can connect with nature, get them Akashic records. You have a past life. You can go see a psychic. All of that shit is real. You have psychic abilities. You just are so programmed. You're a robot. You programmed by the TV. You programmed by the Matrix. What you eat. Everything is made to toxic up your brain so you can't figure out who you are.
Ever wondered if there's more to the story when a Tesla crashes? Take, for example, a recent incident where a Tesla smashed through a house. The homeowner snapped his first picture of the crash at 5:07 p.m. Amazingly, just 3 minutes later at 5:10 p.m., he was already taking photos of the tow truck drivers trying to remove the car. When asked to wait for the police, these drivers became aggressive and insisted on taking the car immediately. Is Tesla's automatic crash system secretly alerting tow truck drivers, offering them large sums of money to swiftly remove the car before news cameras arrive? Could this rapid response and aggressive behavior be a deliberate attempt to avoid negative press? What do you think is really going on here? You be the judge. Don't forget to follow and keep our content alive. Have you ever wondered?
So this Division I basketball player just got caught trying to meet a 14-year-old boy. So usually it's like old creepy guys trying to meet up with these 14-year-old boys, but this guy literally just graduated college last year and is already trying to meet up with a 14-year-old boy. And his parents had the nerve to name the guy Legend. He should never be a legend because he's going to be a legend in jail. He's 6'9". A 6'9", 20-something-year-old is trying to meet up with a 14-year-old boy. Not a girl, a boy. And I think they were like CVS or Rite Aid, and he was just claiming that he was shopping. But he is from San Diego City College, transferred to FAMU, which is an HBCU in Florida, and is now not going to the league, not doing anything but trying to meet up with 14-year-old boys. Also, we know why he's not going to the league, because his stats were absolutely garbage. 2.1 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, and scored a season high 10 points and 6 rebounds versus, there's no way that's a real school. and 2 blocks versus UC Santa Barbara. So this guy was a certified bum, and now he's a certified bum in real life for trying to meet up with little boys.
Tough.
This guy.
Have you guys ever opened up your weather app and noticed this, you guys?
I know y'all seen this, man. They be showing this right here. The sun right here. They know. They know. They know what's coming.
Look at this.
Well,
So they know.
yeah, they definitely know. They better know. They better know. Because, hey, if they don't know, they gonna find out. Indeed.
They've been telling us. They know. Look at this. This is in Utah the other day. Look at that. The weather app been told us, right? Look at this one over here. Look, y'all. They literally have been telling us. Look at this one over here. I mean, you can clearly see a mini sun right there, right? And the bigger sun. But look, y'all. Like, they're really playing in our face. They are really playing in our face. Because I was looking at the weather map the other day, right? And I was like, what the hell? Like, when did they do this? When did they put this, y'all? Look at the sun. It's looking like a starfish too. It's looking like a starfish. And you can see the hexagonal shape of the sun, of this sun right here. But again, it's showing us this bigger black sun that's behind it all. Do you guys see that? So they been knew about this, y'all. How come the news isn't talking about this? But it's on the weather app? That's crazy. I tell y'all what, man. Everything is being laid out to us, man. The age of Aquarius is not playing, right? Even though it's silent truth, but truth nonetheless. You have to keep your eyes and your ears open. Look at this, y'all. I can't believe it. Like I said, interesting times we live in, and the age of Aquarius is bringing all the truth to the surface. I mean, we've been finding out all of our lives have been nothing but lies, literally. Like, even the books are part of a library. Everything in these books are nothing but lies, y'all. Because history has been rewritten. It has been rewritten. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during this.
That's crazy how, like, library has lie in it. That's crazy, right? Library. I never even looked at it like that. Library. Like it's burying lies. Interesting.
So I'm flipping through this book and I see an Oreo and my high hungry ass is like, that looks good, but hold on, wait, what? There's no way the Leviathan crosses on this cookie. Yes, it is. What? Alright, so I guess Leviathan likes Oreos. These are now Leviathan's favorite cookie. I really want to know if this was done on purpose. And for what purpose? So I'm flipping through this book and I see an Oreo and my high hungry ass.
What is that? I gotta look into that because I don't know what that is. Is somebody dropping in the comment? I know somebody know out there.
Is the moon really made out of cheese? Who came up with this and why are they telling people that? Before I go deeper in this topic, say cheese and smile for the camera. Did you know every time you take a picture of yourself, that camera flash is still in a piece of your spirit? You want a selfie? You want a selfie? Every time you take a selfie, that flash is still in a piece of your spirit. Selfie, anyone? Did you know selfie really means selfish? The reason why they started saying the moon is made out of cheese is because the moon is the trap. It harvests your spirits. Why do you think they put cheese on a mouse trap? Same reason why they say the moon is made out of cheese. It's the bait. We are the mouse that's about to get the cheese, and once we get the cheese, it got our spirit. That's why they say the moon is made out of cheese. It's a mouse trap for our spirits. The moon is the life program. Once you go to the moon, it would show you your whole entire life. And once you start feeling bad about certain things you didn't do in your life, you know what you're going to say? I want to do it all over again. And the moon wipe out your memory, put you back on this planet so you can do it all over again. That's what the movie Soul with Jamie Foxx was trying to tell people. My life is meaningless. I have to do it all over again. The great beyond is really the moon or the white light program, the matrix. So every time you smile and say cheese for the camera, it's taking a piece of your spirit. So many people think it's just a picture. No, it's a mugshot. We are all doing time in the matrix. If you look at the word selfie, you see the word cell in there. prisoners through time and cells. That's why the light capture your spirit. So next time you take your picture and you say cheese, just know the moon is watching everything we do. It's the eye in the sky. It's the
A prehistoric history hiding underneath Miami. But they want you to think it's just turn up, newly found state, newly found cities. Everything is prehistoric. All the shit is ancient. When you look, it say Miami was founded in 1896, July 28th. Of course, the Smithsonian's gonna say they founded Miami, but we ain't even gonna speak on that. 7,000-year-old prehistoric artifacts were found under newly built condos. How they just want to build up condos? And it make you think, remember that same story with Louisiana? They found them that casket and they opened it and had all the artifacts in there. But who owned them artifacts though? What they look like? Don't just say artifacts, bro. Show the folks exactly what y'all found. The Mexas and the Incas and the Washatas and the Seminoles. You found all them. If y'all really notice something too, they've been doing this shit everywhere, bro. They throwing up these plastic condo apartment buildings everywhere, man. So it says, but evidence of thousands of years of prehistoric human settlement lies just under the concrete and asphalt, the spot where the modern city was founded. Come on, bro. I said they buried at least 5 pyramids in the sea. Listen to my new song, man. A 16-month dig, and they still ain't done. They still digging shit up, bro. But where do these artifacts go? Smithsonian, bro. Like I told y'all, bro, they hiding orbs in the Vatican. I don't care what nobody say, bro. They're hiding orbs. Niggas didn't probably found an orb under that mug. It's crazy, bro. Ever heard of the Miami Circle too? I heard it was right next to this Miami Circle. It's like some type of architectural find that's been there for a long time as well in downtown Miami. But they want us to think that all of these cities were just now founded. Christopher Columbus discovered America. People want to talk about supremacy. Supremacy ain't, or you ain't being racist. I don't care about you having anger towards me or you hating by the color of my skin. You teaching somebody as a baby that Christopher Columbus discovered, that's indoctrination, bro. That's lying. You're lying. You feel me? Stop lying, bro. Stop lying. I'm telling you, bro, a lot of people want to act like this matrix ain't glitching and it ain't ending because they got that jab. A lot of folks wax that thing up. So they so simulated in the realm that the realm crashing in front of them, their identity is crashing in front of them. You fail to exist when the matrix is gone. For everybody that's living in the world but not other world, we feel the pressure, but we know this shit finna be over, man. Only the strong gonna survive during these times, bro. And with all the truth that's being revealed, man, just know, as within, so without. So all this shit being revealed on the out, it got to play in the effect, and I feel like all these things that happen, bro, externally help us internally. So you seeing something like this, them revealing artifacts and them discovering new, if you not focused on it, if your heart not in the right place, of course it doesn't matter. But if you know where the times and symbols that is in the world, you know that these things are only going to get more intense. It's going to get more intense. I'm wondering what distraction they going to hit us with next in the media. Because nobody care about Diddy. Nobody care about politics like that. That's going to be the next thing probably. But this is all for entertainment purposes only. TikTok, leave me alone, bro. Y'all already shadow ban all my videos to 10 views. Why do you have to take it down as well?
That's crazy. He getting shadow banned like that, damn. And they still trying to take down his videos. TikTok is really full of crap, huh?
Daily reminder that these are the people that actually decide basically everything on behalf of the entire country. Where our money gets spent, how much we pay in taxes, whether or not TikTok gets banned, what's considered freedom, what's not. These people probably don't even know how to attach a PDF file to an email. These people probably don't even know how to connect their phone to the Wi-Fi. These people haven't worked a real fucking job in probably 30 years. And also keep in mind that once you get voted into one of these political positions, you get paid at minimum like $200,000 for the rest of your life. So they can just sit in Congress, do absolutely nothing, and just age gracefully, in quotation marks. The worst part about elderly people being in political power is that they're not even going to have to live through the decisions that they are making on behalf of everyone else. They'll be gone by the time the actual real consequences come from their actions that they're deciding on right now. It just makes me sick. And if you look look down there, I don't see a single person that looks like they are even at the age of 40. Every single one of these people is 60 plus, and there's a reason for that. Daily reminder that these are the people that
That's crazy that these people even is in charge. Like, go, like, don't, like, they should be laying down, relaxing. They shouldn't even be up here.
Does this object in the water prove that aliens are in our oceans?
Let's see.
What could that be? It doesn't look like a sea creature. It looks like some object that can shapeshift. So I have no idea what that could be. What is that? Oh, it just changed shapes.
Yup.
Whoa. That's weird. That's really, really weird. What fish do you know does that? Holy crap. Does this object in the water prove that aliens are in our oceans?
Did you guys hear about that 7,000-year-old artifact that they found under this building in Miami? And that's the reason why they took that building down, because they knew the artifact's been under there, y'all. They're talking about this artifact is older than the pyramids in Egypt, y'all. And we already know this is the real Egypt. Check this out.
First of all, had to remove a pre-existing structure. And it was well known in the archaeological community that beneath that building there was likely to be some kind of archaeological material. How much? We didn't know until that building was removed. It very quickly became clear that the depth and the horizontal extent and the significance of the archaeological site there was more. To put that in context, this site is older than the pyramids in Egypt. The site is older, or as old, as some of the very first cities ever built in Mesopotamia. And yet, very little is known.
Y'all heard what he said, right? They purposefully took that building down because they knew there was ancient artifacts in it, right? And how come we don't know nothing about it? What is that ancient artifact, and what did they do with it? You know, all our history has been a lie, right? They have all our ancient artifacts in museums, so we can't even go look at them and nothing like that. Just like they told us in the movie Black Panther. They have all our ancient artifacts. And even the fact that they never told us that this is the real Egypt, y'all, goes to show y'all they will never tell us the truth. Still to this day, they will never tell us the truth. But thank God for the age of Aquarius and TikTok, everything is coming to the surface, y'all, and we gonna bring everything to the surface. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times.
They never want us to have the truth at all.
I didn't think I would be waking up to abject biological horror today, but here we are. The brain organoids, the tiny human brains that we can grow in jars, have been released for commercial processing access. If you're not familiar with these guys, they are human brains that have been grown from stem cells, and they have brainwaves very similar to a premature baby's. I am not kidding. The limitations on their use and their growth seems to be hypoxia due to the fact that they're a disembodied brain and don't have a circulatory system. They can be attached to a computer chip and have better processing power than our most advanced AI. A Swiss company, Neuroplatform, is debuting their biological computer chips and giving access to private citizens to use the processing power of the brain organoid. While there are 16 brain organoids to a chip, they're maintaining thousands of them. They also have mouse and rat brain organoids, but they explicitly use human brain organoids. There have been some advancements in being able to keep them alive longer, including keeping them in a media that's oxygen rich and shaking them. They live about 100 days, so they will constantly need to be refreshed. As for the company, you personally can get access to their computation. It is going to run you about $500 a month if you're in education. I am frustrated. This is brand new technology. It is pretty spooky. Those are functional little eyes that can perceive light. They are immature human brains. They have all the structures that a human brain should have. They're just never reached that point in development because, you know, the lack of a circulatory system. But scientists are doing their very best to make them bigger and more complex. At what point are we going to bring ethics into the equation? I didn't think I would be waking up to abject biological horror.
That's kind of crazy. See, they be doing all type of weird stuff we wouldn't even know about. Like, it's crazy.
But that's so close to that building. Oh, frick! Oh, frick! Yeah, but if I did it, it's terrorism. Like, what the frick? But that's so close to that building.
What the freak? He said, if I do it, then it's terrorism. That's funny. Y'all know I gotta throw a couple little funny clips in there, here and there.
And this is what the sun is looking like today. Looking like the cosmic womb. That's that lemon. That's what Elon Musk meant. Orange is the new lemon. Look at this, boy. And then you can see Planet X, Nibiru just in the background chilling. Look at that, boy. There must be something crossing it because, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. What a time to be alive, boy. This thing is blinding, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it is so blinding.
But that song is different.
Let's get it, y'all.
If you don't eat fresh fruits and vegetables at all, then you're really eating death.
Indeed.
And there would be the carnivores who would argue and say, oh, but I get my protein. Right. Right. But then, what else are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you an athlete burning it off? If you are, then yeah, okay, go for it.
Yeah.
But after a while, if you don't keep up that physical regimen, then your body starts to break down and deteriorate.
Not only that, when you think about meat in terms of like what its nutritional value is, there's only about 5 different nutrients that from a myth standpoint, you get from meat. That's protein, maybe vitamin B12, niacin, iron. And if you dive a little bit deeper and do a little bit more research, you'll discover that heme iron is actually toxic. And if you dive a little bit deeper, you'll notice that most people who have a vitamin B12 deficiency, I mean, I worked at the hospital. The vast majority of people who picking up prescriptions eat meat.
When you eat well, you feel good. When you feel good, you think better. When you think better, you make better choices. And when you make better choices, you can improve the quality of life, not only for yourself, but those around you.
Yeah.
And so it's a simple equation. And I encourage people, you know, as we circle back around to where we started, get to know you.
So taking care of you is your responsibility.
CERN is trying to recreate the spiritual world, and by doing so, they're going to try to trap our spirit so we can be stuck in this new spiritual world. They're doing it right now. But so many people believe they're trying to open up a portal. It's not a portal. Those are not scientists that's working at CERN. Those are dark magicians. It's not science. It's alchemy magic. So many people want to ask, why would CERN want to recreate the spiritual world? It's because who they work for. Let me give you a little backstory about the jinn. The jinn was locked out of the spiritual world, so it's stuck in the physical world. The only way the jinn could get back home is by using us or these scientists to open up a new spiritual world. We've been hearing so many stories about once you die, you go into the bright light. The bright light is really the moon. Who you think created the moon? The jinn. Those scientists and CERN, they're not trying to figure out how the universe works. They're trying to figure out how can they control the universe. And since they can't control the universe, they say, shit, how about we make our own universe? They're going to make a new spiritual world. Why do you think ghosts still live in the physical world instead of going back to the spiritual world? They don't know how to. What if I told you those scientists at CERN is going to try to make all of us forget how to go back to the real spiritual world so we can be ghosts and stuck in a new spiritual world? This shit is happening right now. They are not scientists. They are dark magicians. These people believe that science and magic is all the same thing. A lot of ancient cultures actually speak about the jinn. The jinn was locked away, buried somewhere deep in the desert, but man went over there digging up shit and they released the jinn once again. So now the jinn is using these scientists to break the firmament and also to recreate the new spiritual world. I'm on TikTok, so I can't say much, but if you want to know more, check out my ebooks. My link is in my bio. CERN is trying to recreate this.
Nah, that's some hops. That boy got ops, man. Dang. That's crazy. How many of y'all can flip? Because I sure can't. I need to learn how to do something like that.
All right, you guys, we just had 6 major solar flares, and tonight, leading up to June 6th, we're going to see the Aurora Borealis, and it might even be more intense than last month, y'all. Check this out.
Well, speaking of space, if you missed the fantastic display of the Northern Lights earlier this month, clear your calendars, because from about June 4th to the 6th, the active solar region responsible for these multicolored hues in the night sky will be in prime position to generate solar storms impacting us on Earth. The Northern Lights, also known as Aurora Borealis, occur when particles from the sun slam into the atmosphere at high speeds. Earth's magnetic field then sends those particles to the north and south poles. That creates that light show in the sky. Well, Ryan French joins me now. He's a solar physicist with the National Solar Observatory, and I can just see from your smile, you're already anticipating this and excited like me. What's been happening with the solar activity since we last saw it in early May?
Yeah, so we're currently in a peak of solar activity approaching what we call solar maximums. This is an 11-year solar cycle of increasing and decreasing activity. Now, a couple of weeks ago, headlines, Northern Lights, Aurora, there was a massive sunspot region that sent several eruptions our way. Because the sun rotates with a rate of around 27 days, that region disappeared from Earth view for a few weeks, but is back now, again, visible to us here from Earth. It has produced some solar flares in the last few days. One of them is meant to glance us tonight, causing some minor aurora, but that early June window that you talked about, that's when this sunspot will be prime positioned, that if it does erupt, if anything does launch, it will be the perfectly placed on the sun to give us a show here on Earth.
And our viewers are looking at these fantastic images of sunspots that were taken by NASA. Tell me, what's just the most interesting thing that you and your team are watching for?
Yeah, so the thing that's really interesting to watch with these sunspots is how complex it is magnetically. So we're all familiar with magnets, you might have them on your fridge, but magnets are also the main driver of eruptions on the sun, flares on the sun. So we watch to look how the magnetic fields in this sunspot region evolves, and that can really give us an indication of how likely it is that a large flare will pop off from the sun.
Well, and Ryan, when we're talking about solar flares and magnetic activity, we know that that can impact technology and communication systems. Should people be concerned about that?
I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. The sunspot region is currently looking a lot less complex than it was earlier in the month. So although large solar storms are still possible, it's unlikely that we're going to match anything that we saw a couple of weeks ago. And that in itself was a great test for our systems to show really we're in a really great place in terms of our technological robustness at the moment.
But when we're talking about what we saw last time, or for a lot of people, what they missed out on last time, I want to get back to talking about the Northern Lights. How is the range and intensity of these lights expected to compare this time around?
Yeah, so first things to mention is that tonight there is a moderate solar storm predicted. This, again, it's a scale of 1 to 5. This is a level 2 out of 5. A couple of weeks ago we had a 5 out of 5. But tonight, places like upstate New York, the Midwest, northern states could expect to see some aurora. Whether or not we'll get a greater show later in the month, it all depends on what this sunspot does between now and then. So it's really difficult to say. But my best advice would be to keep an eye on official channels for this, and you should get about 2 days warning if there is a great Northern Lights show.
You guys remember the Carrington event, right? Right? Do you think they were prepared for that? They're telling you everything is going to be okay. But remember, in these movies, whenever they tell you everything is okay, this is when people start panicking, because all they do is lie. You can even tell by his smile. It didn't look like he was happy to pass this message along, y'all. So the month of June, all I got to say is be ready, because things are going to get intense. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations.
I'm ready. I'm ready for all this stuff to just end. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are too. But I know something big and stuff is coming. We can all feel it.
Y'all, you can give a man a fish and feed him for a day, or you can teach a man how to fish and feed him for the rest of his life.
True.
My boy right
That's
here, bro,
real.
he just ate the fish. He's
That's
still
real.
hungry. I'm gonna give him a fishing pole. So look, man, I just learned from the best, the hog snatcher. So look, let me show you how it's done, man. Stand up on here. Hold this button like this. Hold that motherfucker. And then you just catch a hog.
There you go.
You wanna take over for me?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Might take a couple hours, but they're definitely gonna bite.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Y'all, you can give a man a fish and feed him for a day, or you can teach a man how to fish and feed him for the rest of his life.
That's real. That is real, though.
Yo, no funny shit. I realized, bro, if niggas don't want to hang with you, bro, fuck them niggas. I be seeing niggas mad and shit, cause one nigga hanging with a other nigga and they ain't invite him. Bro, fuck them niggas, bro. Get money, bro. Gangsta on the guards, bro. Do shit that they can't do, bro. They gonna wanna hang out with you later, and guess what you gonna tell them? Nigga, no, I'm busy. Yo, no funny shit.
What? No, I'm busy. That's real.
Yeah.
You got a lot of work to do?
Yeah.
What kind of work he got?
Water grass, pick stuff up, pick sticks, shears, all kinds of stuff up.
What about the chickens? You gonna feed them?
Yeah.
You do? What about the eggs?
Yeah, I'll check. I'm gonna check them. I'm gonna check the mail.
Well, I already checked the mail.
Okay. Any?
Yeah, we did get a few things. Bills.
Okay, I'm gonna run over there and water the grass over there. I'll be in the time 1. Okay?
What time?
1.
1? Well, it's like, it's 5:40 right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta hurry and pick some sticks up and water the grass.
Yeah, little kids be so funny, man. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You got a lot of work to do?
Yeah.
Why did he run like that, bro?
1 gram of DNA can hold over 433 petabytes of data. So they said, wait a minute, this is crazy. So Microsoft started experimenting with this too. So they were able to take data, zeros and ones, convert it into ACs, Ts, and Gs, which is what read-write is on our DNA, and then put the data in a volume on DNA, and then take the data from the DNA and move it back from ACs, Ts, and Gs into zeros and ones and put it back on another computer. So now they have made a working DNA hard drive, which now you can store immense amount of information. They estimate that one human body can store 13.5 billion years of data. And how old is the universe?
I have no idea.
13.5 billion years. Everything that exists, everything that's happened since the beginning of time is stored inside of your individual body and mine as well.
I don't even know what to say to that.
It's massive. We're a walking universal library. We are the way for the universe to figure out and explore the third dimension and understand what it's like to be and live in the third dimension as every individual living thing. And we're all connected through this quantum entanglement. Every single thing that exists is all connected, still connected. Space is an illusion, distance is an illusion, separation is all an illusion. 1 gram of DNA.
Indeed, separation is definitely an illusion. We all just consciousness having an experience. That's really it. From a different perspective. That's it.
I think that the Titans about to
That's
wake
all it
up,
is.
bro. So I seen this post that was talking about how they seen this crazy orange stain from space. Now, I'm not gonna hold you, yo. I think that this is the iron from the Titans, bro. There's been so many weird things happening, and I think that
Hey, yo. I'm gonna skip this one. This is it's copyright. It's gotta be some copyright about this music.
Of your door frame, and we use our spring.
So Granny's right. Our spring contains oils that small insects and rodents don't like. It basically creates a sensory overload which keeps them away. But if you'd like to take it a step further, what I personally do is I put peppermint and lavender in a weed sprayer for the rest of the water. Then I spray the perimeter of my home and my entryways. It keeps all insects, rodents free and clear from my property. Not only that, you can also use essential oils as a bug spray as well. And I don't know about y'all, but the off bug spray really irritates my skin. If it irritates me, I'm not going to put it on my child. That's why I created a child-safe bug spray. We use it every year and it works great. You're going to have a 4-ounce spray bottle. You're going to use 1 cup of witch hazel. Make sure it contains alcohol, as that's going to help emulsify the other oils. You have 4 drops of eucalyptus, 4 drops of citronella, 4 drops of rosemary, 4 drops of lavender, cedarwood, lemongrass, and geranium. It seems like a lot of oils, but it goes a long way. I'm still using the same oils I bought 4 years ago. But yeah, if you're trying to stay bug-free this summer, you're looking for a natural alternative, I recommend you give those a try. God bless y'all. Have a good day.
Definitely gonna try that out. Cause them flies be so annoying. Yes, definitely have to try that out.
Let me show you how to use avocados to replace butter and make these fire chocolate chip cookies. This is a good way to add some healthy fats and fiber to something we already love. First, you want to blend avocado, date syrup, flaxseed, vanilla extract, coconut, and brown sugar. Then you want to mix spelt flour, baking soda, salt, cornstarch. You could use regular flour if you like. Next, we're going to add parchment paper to a pan, get a nice scoop. Since there's no butter, you do want to press them down because they won't expand as much. But look at that, extra soft chocolate chip cookies. Paste. Let me show you how to use avocado.
We made chocolate chip cookies out of avocados. Hey, we gotta do better, man. We gotta start, learning more recipes on how to eat healthier, y'all. Come on.
If you eat water, it improves vascular health. If you eat watermelon every, this is one of the cheapest breakfasts in the world. It only costs 30 cents.
That's crazy. They really had us eating breakfast in school and stuff like that. Breakfast not even you know how they say breakfast is the important meal of the day? No, it's not. You're supposed to be fasting around that time. You're supposed to just get up and eat eggs and crap like that. No, if you are gonna get up and eat some grapes or something. Step outside, go outside in your backyard or wherever you can and get some sunlight. I'm gonna skip this.
Well, there's energy in the air, and that energy can be conducted by a coil into the soil and affect the microorganisms positively because it establishes an electrical magnetic circuit in the soil, and nature knows how to balance that out. All you have to do is make the antenna. Nature will do the rest. Because there's electricity, there's moisture, there's energy in the air, more energy than we can possibly imagine. Tesla proved that back in 28 when he built and drove a Pierce Arrow car with his nephew. I use galvanized wire. You can go to a hardware place, Home Depot, and ask for wooden dowels. They come in 3-foot lengths, nicely shaped, round. So you can either cut them off or use the entire one. Wrap the coil at the bottom and then spiral it up. What I do is the stick is extended this way and my wire is I go like that. People who are interested, they can see the growth. I made these ones here and they've been in the ground now maybe 3 or 4 days. And I look, I say, wow, there's an explosion of greenery here with these. Absolutely amazing. It's crazy. Dope. Well, there's energy in the air.
That is dope. Dang. And I don't know how they grow their food and stuff, but I'm pretty sure they be using something to grow the food fast, because there's no way it's just always fruit in the stores, So what are they really using if they're not using this method?
You are a naturopathic doctor, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And in America, we practice primarily allopathic medicine, right?
Yes,
which is basically
correct.
drugs and surgery, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference between allopathic and naturopathic medicine?
Well, allopathic medicine believes the contrary cures the opposite. That's their motto. They believe in order to make the body healthy, you have to make the body sick. So they will give you something that makes your body sick, such as a drug. And there are more side effects listed for the drugs than positive effects. So if you just do the mathematics, you find out you're in a losing situation because there are more side effects to a drug than positive effects. So they use poisons, and the poisons create poisonous effects, which they call side effects. And naturopathic medicine, which is non-invasive medicine, we use plants such as herbs or supplements such as vitamins and minerals and amino acids. We use things to nourish the body so the body can make its own decision about how it's going to maintain wellness.
You are a naturopathic.
As I was leaving the cemetery, I noticed that something's following the car, but there's no one behind me. He's still following me as I'm going 50 miles an hour. As I was leaving the...
At first glance, this might look like any other apple, but it's not. Let me show you. It's actually a Lucy Glow apple, which is naturally red inside. It has a natural berry-like flavor. It has a sweetness and a tartness to it. They are my absolute favorite apples, and they only come once a year. They are loaded with way more antioxidants, and I mean, the flavor is amazing. So I always try to keep it stocked in my house, especially for my children. Have you guys tried it before? If you like it, if you don't, let me know down in the comments. I want to hear you.
Dang, I want to try the apple now. It looks like a good apple, I'm not gonna lie. Let me know, have you guys ever had this type of apple? Lucy, I don't know what they call it, but it do look like a good apple.
So I just came across this video of these deep sea divers coming across this megalithic, ginormous dinosaur crab. And we know that it's new creatures that's under the ocean that has not been discovered yet, right?
Yep.
And we know that a lot of stuff hasn't been discovered yet. But this is the size of a submarine, the size of a small ship, boat, whatever you want to call it. And y'all want to know the craziest part about this video? Is this not the first time that I've seen something like this? Who remember when this gargantuan lobster claw washed up on the shore? Y'all remember this video that I did a minute ago? And better yet, what ate it? Some people say that we only discovered about 10% of the ocean. And I keep seeing mysterious stuff that's happening under the ocean like this, dinosaur crab. And I'm already knowing what y'all thinking about in the comments. I don't want to hear grab the garlic and the butter. Get out of town, hungry man. But y'all let me know what y'all think.
Someone said, he said grab the butter. Yeah. Hey, that's a lot of crab meat. That's crazy. Let me know. Would y'all eat that? Like are y'all eating that? Let me know, man. You see a dinosaur crab. Are you taking that home? Let me know.
To save this video and come back to it next time you finna order fast food. What's up, y'all? Come make this fruit bowl with your personal trainer, Brandon Palmer. We got grapes, peaches, green apple, blueberry, raspberry, dragon fruit. We got honey. We got pure maple syrup. We got granola, and we coming over the top with some fresh lime. You need to be replacing the fast food with fruit bowls because fast food causes inflammation in the body. Inflammation in the body is the main cause for all these sicknesses, disease, bad skin, hair not growing, you're not hydrated, you constantly gaining weight, you're feeling sluggish. That's because you're eating a whole lot of bad processed foods. But hey, I hope you like the video. I hope you like the fruit bowl.
It's pretty cool.
People would rather starve than to eat American food. American foods that are banned by other countries. These foods are banned is because they contain ingredients that cause health issues. Chicken has been banned since 1997, and the reason it's banned is because they wash the chicken in chlorine before it goes on market. Mountain Dew banned because it contains a chemical used to put fires away. Man-made growth hormones in the milk, which are carcinogens, and as you know, carcinogens cause cancer. They say an apple a day will keep the doctor away. American apples are treated with a EPA chemical, which is also a carcinogen. A lot of these foods have carcinogens in them. Cereal, Skittles, Twinkies, Arby's baked goods, Coffee Mate, pork. You ever notice the pigs in America are a lot bigger than the pigs in every other country? They use ractopamine. Ractopamine is banned in 160 countries. Some of these countries are third world countries. People would rather starve than to eat American food.
I used to speak against working out because I knew that working out, you build up a bunch of lactic acid, and that puts your cells in an anaerobic state where you don't get oxygen to the cells. So you go through something called the Krebs cycle, and this causes cells to go through something called adaptation, and adaptation it pushes on mutation. So I'm still against bodybuilding, where you just bulking to be super big. I'm still against that. That is very, very bad. It causes you to be on a high creatine, high protein diet, and it kills the kidneys. A bunch of bodybuilders come to me, and I change them into more of a plant-based lifestyle, and we get their kidneys together. But you know, bodybuilding kills the kidneys, and I'm not talking about the bodybuilding where you molding and you're doing muscle isolation and you shred down. I'm talking about when you're gaining muscles that's over. Yeah, you might as well be overweight, because the body don't recognize the muscles, the body recognize the weight and the mass. That's very, very hard for the cardiovascular system. Shouts out to my brother Cali Muscle. Cali Muscle completely changed his life. He plant-based now. He's mono-fasting now. He's taking herbs now. And he took my herbal package. He done strengthened his heart. He went on a watermelon fast. This is one of your most popular bodybuilders in the world. You know, he's a YouTube and a social media sensation. He's completely plant-based now. And guess what drove him to be plant-based? He had a heart attack. Heart attack from what? He had a heart attack from what? Bodybuilding. So now he's speaking against bodybuilding, not against working out, not against building muscle, but about building so much mass and eating unhealthy to do so. I used to speak against working out.
He was eating unhealthy. Y'all go back.
Bro, y'all gotta pray to make it to 50 years old. Even me, I got like 8 more months. And I'm praying that big 5-0, man. People ain't making it to 50. None of my friends made it to 50, bro. So that's a milestone nowadays. That's sad. We used to live to be 110, 120, and don't even talk about biblical days. It was living to be 300. I know that some might say it was different numbers and on numeric system, but you know, you gotta, bro, y'all better pray to make it to 50. Y'all pumping all these protein powders and creatines, all these snake oil salesmen selling you. You taking all this, sea moss gummy. Nitric, I looked on TikTok this morning. They selling all the nitric oxide supplements. All you gotta do is eat beets and garlic and watermelon. Bro, y'all gotta pray to make it to...
Eat some watermelon, man, for real.
We've had thousands of years of worshiping, and it's very lonely without a God. You understand what I'm saying? Above you, whereas the God being a part of you in the force of the force that you are actually the agent carrying out God's work. So it's very lonely when you don't have something to bow down to. It's very lonely. So therefore, it's no different than moving out of the house the first time and be by your damn self. You move out with some friends, you can get through it, but by yourself, you move out of the house the first time. It's very lonely when you ain't got no, when your mom and daddy ain't around. When it's the same hierarchy when it comes to the God realm. You are now adults. You are now adults. And you don't supposed to pray to them, you supposed to demand. And you got to demand seriously, just like you ever got mad at a person? You know, you get mad and grit your doggone teeth? That's power. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to demand this and that happen, but don't demand on no bullshit, because that's not what the energy is for. We've had thousands of years.
I read somewhere that you want it because your future self has it. And when you really deep it, it makes sense. When I think of my higher self, my future self, I believe they're in constant communication with the Malaika that exists in this present moment, time, and space. So I interpret my desires, my present desires, as messages, as signals from my future self or my higher self, so that I can take action today to move me towards that reality. I read somewhere,
I don't know who needs to hear this, but men have needs too. Men were not created just to be woman pleasers and spend every single dime they make on you. If you are with that man just for his finances and he doesn't know, shame on you.
He has a point. I'm not gonna lie, she do.
So today I found a medicinal weed that you've probably seen. Can you guess it? It's not very happy because it's been sitting in my house while I gave my little ones lunch. But do you know what this is? Look at the leaves, look at the edges. If you're guessing dandelion, nope, it's not dandelion. This is actually wild lettuce, or opium lettuce as they call it. And they call this plant opium lettuce because it's a strong pain reliever. Wild lettuce almost acts like morphine for the body, so it blocks pain receptors and really just helps with pain relief. What we're looking for is this latexy sap that you see. And this is edible, but it's the sap that you tincture that has the pain relieving effects. It's also really great for sleep, for anxiety, for nervous relief, and and it's just a very potent, powerful medicine. Hi guys, so today,
or she's following the movies, but she's telling you, I want a romantic dinner. Dinners aren't romantic. Okay? Incredible conversations are romantic. Spontaneous walks around the neighborhood or the park are romantic. Seeing something spontaneous happen when you're together and it's beautiful in nature, that's romantic. That romance is made of a combination of nature, spontaneous effect, and your ability to see it and call it to you guys. You see how it goes? That's like how romance is made properly. Or she's following the
You got to stay away from astrology. Stay away from astrology. And I'm like, why stay away from astrology? Why do I need? Because they told the truth about Christmas, told the truth about Easter, told the truth about holidays, all of this stuff. But why stay away from astrology? Well, it turns out all religion has come from astrology, and the astrology was astronomy. And they were trying to make sense of the heavens and how time passed and these bodies. And it turns out the sun going through the 12 constellations. They anthropomorphized those 12 constellations and they became the disciples. And there's every story, every culture from the Egyptians, to the Greeks. They had the same story of the Son of God that born from a virgin, that's betrayed by one of his disciples. He dies on the 21st, and in 3 days he rises later. Well,
they say that, but
you got to stay away from a.
Let your character speak for itself. Let your evolution speak for itself. Just radiate that light. You don't have to make a public service announcement about what you've accomplished, what epiphanies you had, unless you're being called to help someone, to enlighten someone, right? But in regards to you trying to get people to see your worth, your value, your evolution, and all these things, baby, that's for you. And we see you. And remember that somebody's gonna always choose what parts of you they want to pick out. But I want you to choose to embrace all of those parts of you, even the broken ones. Ashe.
Okay, I want y'all to do some real thinking here. What if, hypothetically speaking, some of these mountains are not natural mountains? Just look. Do some real thinking now. This is a man-made mountain. I find that, how can you put this? Interesting. No, that's actually crazy. Considering that it's mountains opening up with doors on the side of them, makes looking at something like this all the more strange. Just think about it now. Just think about it. Just look and just think. The possibilities. Interesting. But I'm curious.
That is interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this video before, but this is very interesting with the mountains, and it has like this. I don't know what they got in there, but that goes to show you, what if they even got mountains with like cities within them? That is interesting though. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I'm glad that you made it this far. If you have, and I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Please be sure to take care of yourself. You already know we're gonna keep these videos coming each and every day. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.